Okay. I should really cough before I hit start, but whatever. Here we go. It's playing, it's recording, it's all good. So we're on one of the islands. This might be one of, I don't remember it ending here, but this is one of the 2 or 3 times where I've got quite far and then it's not saved, or I've lost the footage, or something has gone wrong. So that's like a mission. Why is no volume coming through my headphones here? Is that better? Yeah, I think I can hear myself through my own headphones. That's spooky, but I'm trying that It's a new thing today. So yeah, we're on the islands and we just got a Totodile, which is cool. But unfortunately, of the 6 Gen 1 and 2 starters that I like, you have like water types are pretty plentiful. You've got Lapras, you've got Gyarados. So yeah. But here we are. So we are bashing trainers. There's definitely going to be a part cut out. I think there's a garden thing on this island where like it's the trivia is it's actually the shape of the original Game Boy Color Pokemon cartridges or something. With the trainers being the little platinum chips or whatever. I don't know. It's like a neat little thing, but it's just trainers. There's no lore. There's no real captures. I think it's like you get a Spinnerack or something, you know. So yeah, I didn't want the, after beating the Elite Four once, I didn't want it to be like 20 parts of just crawling through these islands, getting attacked by tentacles. It's not even that I'm losing enthusiasm. I just don't think there's a lot that's noteworthy. So there's occasional, mostly because of, rather than my edits, it's mostly because of losing stuff and starting again and going in a different order to protect my sanity, like not doing the same thing twice in a row. Like if I lose footage for Island 5, I'll go straight to Island 6. So you might see some slight incongruity with the levels, but you can tell from the things I'm facing, it's not that I've died and I'm cheating or anything. It's purely like editorial, so to speak. But yeah, I'm probably overselling it. It's just a couple of moments here and there that like jump slightly or something. Yeah, this is the garden I was talking about. So I think I catch this. Yeah, I think I'm going to catch this dude, and then I'll kill the trainers. I'll fight the trainers off screen because they're not particularly interesting. So really the main thing of these islands is getting the 2 gems and the rockets in that big warehouse, which you need 2 passwords for. And yeah, obviously the only really, really big jump on these games, other than the very beginning where I start in Viridian with a few Pokemon, is where I skipped all the Ultraviolet content, which kind of makes playing Ultraviolet somewhat pointless. But it's in a roundabout way. If you just catch the Mew, then it's kind of like a way of playing with it's like playing the classic ones and having the Mew glitch, you know. So that's fun for me. But yeah, turning my headphones down, see if that's much better for me. So yeah, it's basically the way I've been playing it is like Fire Red, but with a Mew, and obviously Raymond here. But that was post Elite Four 1, so I don't feel so bad about that. Yeah, they change it so you get 5 Master Balls, but my whole thinking is that this is what I should explain, is that if I go into the Elite Four round 2 with 5 or 6 legendaries, it's a bit OP and it will remove all the challenge. Ironically, I sort of underestimated the challenge last time. I was too nice I think I leveled to Lance rather than the rival, right? And really I should see it as you always level to the thing you're fighting, and rather than thinking of it as, oh, I'm over leveled for Lorelei or whatever, think of it as you're the right level for the rival, and the rival has the help of having 4 guys before him who potentially might take out some of your Pokemon. That's the correct way to see it, because otherwise it's very odd that the Elite Four is such a difficulty curve compared to the rest of the game. In Classic, it would just be a case of using your just be a case of reviving them between fights. You only have to win narrowly each time, whereas on a Nuzlocke, you have to win decisively each time, or you're fucked. So yeah, I underestimated the Elite Four the first time and lost my 2 shiny boys and girls, which is sad. I think they're both boys, actually, right? Obviously, the Nidoking was. Anyway, this is how boring these islands are, because I've been waffling about stuff and not really feeling the need to comment on what we're doing. So I'm always trying to level up Karma and my Chiding, because keep them parallel because they're useful for catching Pokemon. You've got False Swipe and you've got Thief. And the big secret is Ultraviolet includes this isn't even Ultraviolet adding legendaries. Like Ho-Oh and Lugia are kind of sort of in Fire Red, I think. They were like an event thing. You'd get a ticket to go to an island and get them, so it just includes that outright. So Lugia's up for grabs, but with Ho-Oh, what I was thinking at the time was like, oh, he drops Sacred Ash, which revives a whole team. Like it's like a max group revive. But the weird thing about that is, like, it's in the lore, right? Like, that's actually what Ho-Oh can do. So that's what he did to the legendary beasts and stuff. So even if you're playing a Nuzlocke where like revives don't exist, like the Sacred Ash kind of does. So I was thinking, oh, that's like a sort of workaround, a cheat, if you will. But then I thought, well, it's still too easy. If I can revive 5 or 6 of my favourites right before the Elite Four, I'm going to have a pretty OP team for the Elite Four, and it's too easy, and I'd feel like I cheated. So then I thought, well, I'll use it sort of after the Elite Four. So it's then like it's not cheating. So because I'm already putting them in the box, I can't bear to release them. So I'm saying they're in the coma rather than dead. That's what I've been saying the whole time, you know. I was thinking I'd revive them all at the end, and that'd be like a happy ending. And so I was trying to be overly unnecessarily, like, because you can only have 5 in your party and 1 not fainted, whereas obviously in like there's no reason you couldn't have all your Pokemon out at once. You can just only carry 6 as a trainer. But I was thought what I'd do is I heard that the Ho-Oh respawns when you beat the Elite Four, so I was going to beat the Elite Four like 2 or 3 times and farm enough Sacred Ash to revive everyone who was dead. But really, it turns out that spoiler alert, you can only get 1. It's buried under the ground with the item finder. He doesn't drop it. And so that's like a whole thing. So I'm just going to say if I beat the Elite Four the second time, that I just revived everyone off screen, and that's the happy ending. You know, I was being overly pedantic and autistic about it, and there's no need for it. I think what I'm going to do, I probably won't record it because I've got other stuff to do and record, and I'm going to lose my recording space soon. But I'm thinking that what I'm thinking is I might do a Pokemon Yellow Nuzlocke, and I've been thinking about this a lot. It seems mean-spirited to do a Nuzlocke, and here we go, we got a shiny. So in this situation, because it's the same one as the non-shiny, I said shinies are different in this game, and so I feel cheap. What I can do, because he's the same one anyway, it's not a moral conflict. What I'll do is I'll catch both and just release the regular one. That seems like a fair way to do it. No differential advantage, but you've got the fun aesthetic choices of the shiny. So yeah, I'm thinking of doing a yellow Nuzlocke, but the difference will be that I can use revives, but only specifically on the Pikachu. Because it seems mean-spirited to do a yellow run without the Pikachu. Like, I think people who abandon their starters are heartless scumbags. Like, in the lore and in just real life. It's like, I know it's only a game, but like, see, I never get that. And people, when you say something's like fucked up in a game, like you're killing innocent people or something, shooting the scientists on Half-Life, and people are like, oh, it's just a game. It's like, I don't get that logic. Okay, yeah, it is just a game, but if you're going to be like, it's just pixels, then literally don't play it. If it's meaningless and doesn't mean anything, don't do it, you know? Never really got that argument, you know. It's like either you're invested or you're not in the narrative, you know. Either invest in it or don't do it. I just don't get that. I don't get anything. I mean, each to their own, but, you know, don't criticize me for being thorough and taking shit seriously. I don't know. I feel like I'm not really super coherent today. I feel like I'm kind of waffling a bit, but it matters not. We're last few parts. Fuck, the front door / phone is going, but I'm busy. Oh good, someone else is getting it. I think we're holding amulet coin, yeah, so we're stacking up that papes. Get some vitamins. Who are we going to deposit and move? Kekleon. Mew is sort of not over leveled, but he's sufficiently leveled, so you can put him away. We're just going to be using the dragon for now, and I can't imagine there's anyone who can beat him and all our other guys put together. Bloody Fearos. Hate them. They're actually a real pain to kill the Fearos, because when I was using my Pidgeot and trying to thief and stuff, and then finish them off, I'd try to fly to avoid one turn of their damage. They would mirror move, and then they would stagger the fly, and they would hit me, and they were just like a real mission to beat. Even with a level difference, kind of vicious bastards. The other thing with these islands is there's quite a lot of new Pokemon potentially, right? Like there's a lot of new areas. Like this isn't a canyon in its own. They've all got different names on the guide at least, although they don't seem to. Ultraviolet, maybe it's just this ROM hack, but they don't seem to be popping up like when you enter a new city, like they should. I swear the colours are off. Like some of them look like shinies to me when they're not. So I'm looking for that sparkle. So yeah, I feel guilty. I wasn't going to catch a Natu here or whatever, even though that was the first thing I saw, because you know it just feels like I've got too many new Pokemon already. I feel kind of guilty. I feel like you should be constantly dying on a Nuzlocke. So funny enough, I don't catch one, but then later I find a shiny one, and again it's the same as the sheep. It's the same one as the first one. So I was happy to catch it. It's like a double whammy, you know. First one in an area and a shiny. I've been doing a sort of shield Nuzlocke. I found out if you make a second profile, you can start a new save game. I actually had a Growlithe die, but only because I was literally talking to someone and just hammering A. I was fighting a fire bug, and it turned out my fire move was not having any effect, which I didn't know. And then I had not, because I was playing with these stupid Nuzlocke rules specifically for Sword, where it's like you can only have 2 Pokemon until you get a badge and stuff. But like that's actually really fiddly, because you have to go back to the Pokemon Center all the time. You can't just be swapping out and stuff. So I might adapt that, and because the idea is it's too easy the way it does group experience on the later Pokemons. But like off-screen grinding is easy. It's just boring, you know. So actually, I'm not sure I'm convinced by that argument. I think I might have 6 and then just take 2 into the gym. But the point is, I was leveling up 2 guys. That because my starter wasn't going to be water. He wasn't going to be super effective against the grass gym, so I'd put him away. But then I was fighting random trainers, and it was like my Growlithe could have just won if I was paying attention and using Bite, but because I wasted 2 turns using Flame Wheel, and it wasn't affecting it. But it was half bug, half fire. I feel like a split one shouldn't have those type immunities. If it's a dual type, it shouldn't be fiery enough to not be hurt by fire. The element of bug should have made it get hurt. This is what I mean. I don't like the later gens. It's not like they're more complicated, they're just more annoying. If they're grindy, but not so grindy that you can space out and do them, it's like you have to concentrate, but they're also boring. That's like the worst of both worlds, you know? That's how I feel about it. Literally the last one you try. No idea what these symbols mean. So top and left. Yet another puzzle. I thought after that stupid Misty Cave we were done with this bullshit. So top, left. So yeah, and I also forgot to re-equip him with a berry, so do you see what I did there? I tried to save it, and I loaded it. This is what I'm talking about.